Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chess and you probably know me as Cruelty Free Makeup Heaven here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. I love to play with cruelty free makeup, hence the name. So yeah, welcome to my channel. Today I have a video for you all that is actually for my birthday. I still can't believe I'm over 30, but yeah, getting old is a privilege, and definitely in my case also because I thought I might die 5 years ago because of ovarian cancer. I'm just super happy to still be here, just making the best of life. That's all we can really do. Honestly, I can just hope that this year just gave a lot of us the sense that productivity is not the main trait that we have as humans, that outside of productivity we are also very valid human beings. I hope that makes life more fun, you know, to be freed from that thought and to just be like, yes, I'm gonna do what I really want to do. Here I am in a little room in Belgium talking to my camera because that's apparently what I like to do. Just kidding, you guys. I really love making these videos for you all. I love seeing my progress. I love making looks. I love playing with makeup. So yeah, this is really my type of jam. And today I wanted to do a get ready with me with only products that I love. So you're only getting a look with things that I really love, except for one thing, and that is on my eyes, because I couldn't wait to play with it. But I also talk just generally about the eyeshadow palettes that I really like. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it's interesting. I hope it's useful. And yeah, definitely let me know what you think about it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video where I share 32 things that I love makeup related. This day cream really is my fave already for many years. I couldn't live without it. It's so nice. It's balancing my skin. It's hydrating. It's really a dream for everyone with a combination skin. Oh yeah, and it's by Lavera. I haven't said that yet. But I really like this, and actually I applied way too much, but it's all good. And today I feel like being fancy with a brush like this. But when it comes to brushes, I've really been impressed this year by Nascita Brushes. They are really like great quality, even if they are synthetic. They're from Turkey and their design is very pretty. I tried a little for Makeup Addict set and I tried the Ocean series, and they're both really great quality. Obviously the Ocean series is more special, and the face brushes are really nice. I haven't tried the other face brushes yet, and especially when it comes to the face brushes, I really love this one. It's just so nice, dome shaped. It's super soft. I just did powder in the air, but it's great to place like things here. You can use it for concealer, but I love to use it for setting powder, which I'm going to do later on. So next up is primer, and this is my all-time favorite primer, W7 Porefection primer, and it is my all-time favorite, I think already for a couple of years too. It just works so nicely on my nose area and like where I have some pores and texture. If I don't do this, you can really tell, I feel. So this is like kind of a latexy, matte, slightly colored, like skin color consistency, and it works so great. So the fourth is this foundation that you have seen many times on my channel. This has become my new favorite foundation, summer or winter. First I thought I would like it more in the summer, but I also like it in the winter just because it has like a very pretty satiny finish, which is very skin-like, so love it. Just oxidizes a lot, so it turns like 2 shades darker. 2 pumps on my hand, and then another thing that I really like is this sponge by June&co. If you want a little bit more coverage, like this is, you have to try this if you haven't already. I might be like a tad too pale for this one right now, but I've also self-tanned, so I think it will match with my body. And that is what I care about right now. Normally I try to match just in general. So that's the effect of this foundation, and I'm going to light it up a bit more. This is something I mostly don't do. Rather take something that's a little bit lighter and then I bronze up. But now I'm going to do some lightening up, and I'm going to use this Catrice Camouflage concealer. And this is my ultimate fave already for years as well. This one is almost done, and this is in the shade a light beige 20. I hope there's still enough in here. If not, I also have another one that is way lighter though, but it's okay. I don't want to go too light. And I like using this technique to only place it here, and I mostly place it quite high up on my nose. So this is another thing that I like, the Robert Welsh way of concealing. This year I've been trying this technique of concealer a few times when I really felt like I really needed it, and I really like it because it is not like too crazy. See, there's already enough lightness like this. Next, I'm going to do some bronzing, and I'm going to do bronzing before the contour because I feel like if I bronze over the contour that it gets lost a little bit. I really like this BDAY Cosmetics medium coverage foundation stick. You have probably seen me use this a couple of times on my channel. And I also like this kind of bronzer contour technique more nowadays. But I'm not gonna put that in the list. But it's just like placing the bronzer a bit higher up so you get like a more lifted effect. You know what, let me actually use the Nascita one because that one is way softer and blends better. Maybe I should give the other brush away. But sometimes I'm like, what if I'm too lazy and I don't like want to clean my brushes, you know? But now let's move on to my two new favorite contour sticks. These are the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour sticks. There's like a slight difference in them. This is shadow, this is fawn. Fawn is just like a little bit more warm toned, and this is like a little bit more cool toned, so great for placing those shadows. So I'm first going to use fawn, and I'm just like placing this a little higher than my natural because my natural one goes like this. So this is pretty gray, definitely because I have like warm products on my face already. But for example, like if you want to put some shadow here, that's great for that. And let's just mix it in so it's not like a gray stripe anymore. At first you think like, oh my god, what is this gray mess on my face? But then, yeah, I really like the way that works. So this is a difference in fawn and shadow. Shadow is really to emulate shadows more. So if you're like a little bit more warm toned, I will go for fawn. With this you can go a little bit overboard because the mines will trick you. And when I did the same with the bronzer stick I showed before, it really like, you could really tell. I just feel you have to work quickly with it because once it dries down more and you want to manipulate it a little bit more, it's harder. Then I also really like this Velvet Touch Creamy Stick Blush by Kiko Milano in the shade 8, and it's just like a perfect shade for me, I feel like. And just stamping it around until it's worked in. And I really like it because you can almost cannot see it. It looks very natural. Ooh, I totally forgot my nose contour. Let me just quickly do that. Let me see if I like shadow. I feel like it's a little bit too grain toned for me today because I used a more bronzy foundation and stuff. So I'm going in with fawn. And don't be afraid to blend it a little bit to the outside. I used to be afraid of that, and then I really got like two lines. I think that's a very natural nose contour, and you can really not tell, like even in real life when I'm watching at this, you don't see two lines. You can always like amp it up if you want, if you really want that Instagram look, but I feel like this is more than enough for in real life. If you want to amp it up without using a darker shade, you can also take a little bit of concealer and just go here. Then I'm using my little buffer concealer brush. So yeah, that's a really natural nose contour. Not snatched, but still, it's like giving a little bit more definition. Okay, then it's time for setting powder, and I love these by RMS. I both got the original one, like the translucent one, and the 01 shade, which is good for like very fair skin. And I'm guessing that they did this because then there is less flashback. So I already love this and I will keep on using it, like definitely when I'm not taking pictures as well. It airbrushes so nicely, and RMS Beauty is also a cruelty-free and vegan brand even, so I get a little bit in the lid and I use this brush that I talked about before. It still adds like a little bit of color, but it also airbrushes, so I'm not taking anything extra. I wouldn't suggest baking with this, but if there are any areas on your face where you really want some extra snatchiness, then this is the powder for you. But I wouldn't suggest putting a lot under your eyes if you really have dry skin. I would just suggest getting a big fluffy brush and then fluffing it all over your face, for example. Now let me contour my face, and this is my favorite product for contouring my face. As you can tell, it's well loved. I used to use these light shades instead of, for example, the RMS powder, but I definitely would recommend the RMS powder more. And yeah, I love all three of these. This one is a little bit darker, then you have a little bit more warm toned and a little bit more cool toned. So yeah, really love this palette and can recommend it. I'm going to use this small contour brush and I just go through them. And then I press it in. There's also a moment where when you really want to like intensify your nose contour, you can take this large shader brush by Boozy Shop or another one, get the lightest, coolest shade in there, and just go like very softly to sharpen it up. So it's definitely sharpened up the nose contour. It is more visible now, I do have to say that. So if you want to keep it simple, yeah, just use those cream products. But yeah, really a fave of mine and already for a year and a half, I think. So this lasted me a long while already and I'm definitely going to repurchase it. Next for blush. This is just a recent favorite of mine. This is the Baked Blush from the Lost in Amalfi collection in First Sunrise. I really like this kind of blush. I love a blush that is very soft, buildable, and satiny, has a satiny finish, because this also is really nice when you just want to do your makeup quickly and you don't want to also apply highlighter. Then this already gives you a glow. And I love that there's a little mirror in here so you can take it on the go. So this softly intensifies a blush that I already placed down and gives back some little bit of glow. And you can take it as high as you want, of course. I really like this blush. I don't have it for that long, but I can really already recommend it. And if you want a little bit of a more harsher blush, yeah, then of course go for a matte one. Then I feel like the other one that I tested in the video where I tested this one will be a better match for you. But I do like this kind of soft blush now, whereas last year, like the former years, I actually preferred a blush that is almost a bronzer. Next up is setting spray before I go on with highlighter, because I just feel like that amplifies the highlighter. This is the Ofra Cosmetics Rose Makeup Fixer. This is the full size of it. I don't know how much is left in here, but I have been loving this year. My skin is combination skin, so it doesn't really need mattifying a lot. I kind of like the dewiness, but if you don't like dewiness, I would go for a really mattifying spray, but this one is just perfection for me for normal skin types who don't want anything else from their setting spray than to lock in the makeup and make it long lasting. And I really love the smell too. Let me use a big one because I need to finish that one first. So yeah, let's spray this on my face. So now it's time for highlighter, and people who have been watching my channel probably know that this is my favorite highlight palette ever. It's so beautiful. It is the Glow Up palette from Ofra Cosmetics. If you're ever looking for a highlighter palette all-in-one for wearable highlighters, I would definitely recommend this. I think I'm going to go for this one today, Blissful, because I was loving Rodeo Drive so much, and when I tried Blissful, it's just a perfect shade, pinky rosy shade that still has some champagne tone. It just fits with so many looks so beautifully, so I'm going to use that one. And I swear with Ofra Cosmetics, a little goes a long way. I barely touched my skin. Love, 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 love. And also a little bit here on the bridge. Really love this palette and the Ofra highlighters. Next is another product by Ofra, and it's this lip oil which has a tingly sensation. So it's so-called a lip plumper. It feels like your lips are plumped and they get like a little blood rush, but other than that, it's not like you're gonna get like the effect of fillers. It really feels so nice, and it also sinks down into your lips, and it really hydrates them. So I love that. And I've been loving a lot of Ofra products, as you may have noticed. By the way, if you're not really into gloss or lip oil or tingly sensations, I would definitely recommend these lip balms by GRWM. I love them. I use them every day. I mostly use them before I go to bed or like when I'm starting at a makeup look. If you're just looking for a nice lip balm with amazing smells, GRWM is a way to go, and they're all vegan and cruelty-free. Next, I'm going to do the brows, and I'll tell you which products I used because those are my favorites. So that was the P. Louise Mokashino brow pencil, which is really very detailed, and I just love the way this works. It's so like easy to make like more hair-like strokes, even though it's not like super detailed, but still you can get that effect. And then this is the Mokashino Eyebrow Gel, and this is really like a dark one, so be careful to stay away from the skin, and then you can just make them stand up. If you mess up a little bit at a certain spot, just use the little spoolie on the other end of the other Mokashino brow pen. This gives a very natural but sleek eyebrow look. And then I like to clean up with a Catrice Camouflage Cream Concealer. So yeah, I really love this because this allows you to work very specifically under the brow to clean it up instead of a liquid one. So really recommend it. And this is in Rosy Sand. And then I love this set by Essence. This is the Eyebrow Style Set in Natural Brunette, I believe. Yeah, Natural Brunette style. So it slides out like this. It comes with a darker and a lighter shade, and this is powder. There's also a little brush in there, which I actually use myself, so it's not bad. So I typically go in the dark shade first, or I mix the two if I want a little bit more of a natural look. And then I softly run them over my brows, and mostly I start at the end, so there's like a little bit of ombre effect going on, but this also really helps if your skin gets greasy easily. Yeah, it's just nice to mattify your eyebrows. Something else I really like are the P. Louise bases, and this is my fave in number 2. I used to have a shade too light, and that also works, but definitely getting one that's closer to your actual skin shade is way better because they're already like kind of light, and it's a great match if I'm a bit lighter as well. And it doesn't matter if it's like a little bit too light, it's better to get it too light than too dark. And I also got some colored ones, and I haven't been able to try them all, but honestly, I already was very shook by the pink one. That was so great under the red eyeshadow that I did in the my first Christmas look a few videos ago. Another game changer for me are the P. Louise cut crease brushes, which are great to also tap it out on your eyelid. They are so soft, and yeah, let me just demo them for you. I typically just take a little dot on both of my eyelids, and this is more than enough, so it really goes a long way. And if you're really like a makeup artist, you can get super big bottles of this, but it's not necessary for normal people unless you're like, okay, I'm gonna order this and I don't want to order it again for like years. And this is just so soft, and I already tried it for cut creases too, and I'm going to show you too. It works so nicely. So also fave. So today we're going to be playing with the beautiful Eternal Eclipse palette by Lunar Beauty, which is Manny Mua's brand, and it's just stunning. I haven't even swatched these, but yeah, I'm not going to be swatching these today, but I'm definitely going to be doing a review, and I'm just going to be testing it out on my eyes today and see if it's another fave I can recommend to you. And I'm using this Nascita brush. Like I said, these Nascita brushes have been one of my faves this year. They're very qualitative, and this is a sort of packing brush that is also a bit dome shaped, and you can also use it to blend a little bit. So this is the 213 brush. Let me just start with a blue. So I'm starting with Lagoon because that seems like the most beautiful blue to me. So I'm working from a dark to light now, which I actually also should have done in the last video. You know what, let me actually take this 215 brush by Nascita. I still love the look in the end. The blend could have been better though, but that is entirely my fault. This is such a wearable blue. It's like, it has like a hint of warmth in it. It's like a dark jean blue. I'm going to look down a little bit to take it high up because this is the technique I've been loving since I have hooded eyes. If you look like this, you can really tell how high you have to take it for it to be visible when you relax your eyes. There's barely any fallout, but I'm just quickly going to place some setting powder under my eyes and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm taking the other brush again where we actually started with. I'm going to be placing that some more, the little bit of blue that is still on there. Just actually working on the blend. And as you can tell, the nice thing about more dense blending brushes that you can also pack with is, one, they're multifunctional. Two, they won't suddenly be all the way up to your eyebrow, and I really like that. This is also a discovery I made this year actually. I didn't realize that this had such a great advantage when it comes to that. And I feel like a lot of people don't notice, so that's why I feel like sharing this with you all today. I love this blue. Like, I could just wear this on its own and be perfectly happy with it. It is also so effortless to blend. It is beautiful. I like to take it a bit higher here normally, but I don't know if I'm gonna really round it out today. I'm not gonna do any super crazy look, but then let me take this brush by Nascita. This is the 211 brush. Also still taking Lagoon and placing that underneath the eye. This one is very long and thin, which makes it so easy, and it's also like very nice to use underneath your eyebrows, for example. I'm going to take it in too far, but yeah, this is like an example of a very thin under eye, whereas in the last two looks that I did on my channel, I really like to blow it out, and sometimes for some people it seems messy, but yeah, this is the way you do it, not messy. I'm already loving this. And then when it comes to another favorite of mine, I've been loving the paints by P. Louise. If it's like the Acid Rain paints or the Crisp Finish paints, I love them both. I can really recommend them. And so I got this blank canvas Acid Rain paint, and I want to cut the crease with this today because I feel like it gives more precision than with the normal eyeshadow base from P. Louise, and it dries up matte, so you can just leave it on its own or you can top it off with something else. So you can just like press that like this and just use it out of the tube, or you can get a little bit on your hand and work like that, which is what I like to do, because if you place things on your hand, yeah, it warms up a little bit and makes it easier to work with. So like I said, I really like the P. Louise brushes, and they give like a brush like this with Crisp Finish paints, and I believe also with their newest paints. I'm going to use one of those because those are a little bit more detailed. So I'm just going to stamp it basically, and that is why this is so nice to work with. It has amazing coverage, so I don't go too far, and then I use my finger to blend out the edge of it, so that when you later even cover it with other colors, you don't have like that crazy line. Same on this side, and I like to look down like this. It's not the same on both sides, so I have to correct that. Okay, this matches more, and I feel like when it mattifies, it gets a little bit more white. So I already went over the sides with my finger, and now I'm gonna just stamp this one with no extra product on over the sides. Something that I like to do to give it a more cat eye effect is to work diagonally, so also bring it in a little bit more here, like so. I'm actually going to use that nightshade for that, to put it on top to give some extra. This one looks really pretty. I'm normally not for blacks with shimmers, but I love it. It's actually not a black, but a dark blue. Oh my god, it's beautiful. So this is like a faux liner, and this works amazing with very pigmented shades, as you can tell. And the trick is to blend them in with the other shades. So we're going to place this close to the lash line. This one does have a little bit more fallout because of the shimmer shades, but honestly it's so beautiful. And now I kind of feel like using this one, the silver, or this meteor shade. Oh my god, that's silver. Let's use this Nascita brush now, and we're going in this adamantium shade. You can almost not see it because it's so reflective. You do have to swirl like a little bit to get it, but it's so foiled. This is stunning, only it does have a lot of fallout, so be careful with that. I kind of want to keep it like this. Oh, am I a bad person now? I also love starry eyes, but I feel like if I place it there, it's going to mess up that effect that we have going on. I'm just gonna take a little bit on this UR makeup brush and get it here on the transition. Ooh, I like that. So when I'm going to place that silver more like there, it's going to blend beautifully. This is so beautiful. Ooh, look at it. I wish I could use more colors, but I feel like if I would add one of the brown colors that it would like kind of mess up the vibe that I have going on. So I'm actually gonna take this 215 brush again by Nascita and get some Smoke, which is like a bluish gray. And you know what, let me blend out the edges a little bit more. So I'm taking some Lagoon again. And the trick is to lift it up and then barely let it touch the skin and making little round motions. So I'm not adding any eyeshadow at this point. I'm just using what's on my eye already and on the brush a little bit. I think I'm just going to put a little bit of flare in the inner corner and then I'm done with this palette. Because I want to keep it, like I want to have it icy and then I can see what else I want to add. But I can already definitely recommend this palette. I mean, you just saw it, the blendability of these shades, and definitely when it's like a dark blue, it's really, really nice, and they're very soft, blend so well. It's such a beautiful color story. Yeah, it really is a very beautiful palette, both inside and out. So, and then very quickly, I also really, really love palettes, eyeshadow palettes from Nomad Cosmetics, from Huda Beauty I've been loving. Be Perfect Cosmetics is really nice, although they're not as soft as Lunar Beauty and Huda Beauty and Nomad Cosmetics. They're really nice and pigmented. I really love Lick and Lash eyeshadows, and they're like comparable to Be Perfect Cosmetics, but I feel like Perfect Cosmetics is even more pigmented, just has a great styles of rainbow palettes. I also adore Juvia's Place palettes, and I think they're really a brand that is worth investing in. Oh yeah, I also love Colourpop, but they're like harder to get here. The palettes are really affordable, but sometimes the shades, definitely if they're more special, ask a little bit more skill to work with. Nonetheless, I'm really happy with it. For example, with the At Forest side palette from Raw Beauty Christie, I really think that is a beautiful palette and I really am so happy to have it. It's just that you really have to, yeah, work a little bit more to blend them, but I did a crazy look as well. It also depends on what kind of look you want to do, and some shades blended together better than others, and in the end I did achieve a nice blend. And for duochrome shimmers, I would definitely look to Nomad Cosmetics. I'm not an expert on this, but as far as I've tried shimmers that have that duochrome shift in them, I really, really love the Nomad Cosmetics ones. They're just so soft and so beautiful. So by the way, I got the Nomad Cosmetics Orient Express palette for my birthday from my mom. It finally arrived today. Yeah, I really want to make a look with that because it's such a beautiful palette, and I'm definitely going to make some Christmassy looks with it because it's surprisingly Christmassy, and they also admit that on their stories. When talking about eyeliner pencils, I like these formulas. I also like the LA Girl Cosmetics Neon Shockwaves, but I don't have a color that fits with this today. These are two blues, one from the Electric Vibes liners from Essence, and I actually really like them. They're really affordable, easy to get in Europe. I don't know if they're still available, but normally I think so. But I really love them. This is in Paradise and Sorry Not Sorry. And then yeah, I've been surprised by the Max & More makeup pencils. They're not like the most long lasting, but I do feel like they really have fun colors that you can both use on your lips and your eyes. Of course, you can use those on both as well, but this just means that these are like a bit more creamy to be nice and workable on the lips as well and on the face, because I did like a Halloween look with the red one of theirs, and I also used a pink one and a white one in another Halloween look with a bunny. So this seems like a color that fits with this very well. It's like a sort of tealy dark blue. You can also use these as a base, for example. I'm placing this below the eye to give this more intensity, and this works so well. It glides on so nicely. If you want to make it more long lasting, I would suggest going over it again with some of the eyeshadow just to lock it in place, and using it that way you can also do certain designs on your eyes and then locking it in place with eyeshadow. So I'm going to place this one from the Electric Vibes liner some essence in Paradise on my waterline. So just give it time to come off because your waterline is a bit watery. I know some people use the P. Louise paints in their waterline as well. Then another fave of mine is the Epic Ink Liner by NYX. I tried Ofra Verified Liner this year, which I also love. It has the same kind of tip, but it's not as dark, it's not as black, so that is why this remains my favorite, the NYX Cosmetics Epic Ink Liner. Let's make a little cross. Ooh, it's really nice. So I'm just going to do a very subtle liner here, where I'm going to place the lashes later. Eyeshadow, this glides on so nicely. So if you're looking for a good eyeliner pen, get this one. Next, I'm going to put on lashes. For example, love these veil ones that you have seen in my last video, I think. They're just so beautiful and wispy without being overbearing. I really love this, but I don't feel like this will fit this look today. Or this. This is really such a good lash from such an affordable lash brand from the UK, and it's vegan and cruelty free. Let me just put these ones on because these are definitely my favorite of 2020. These are the lashes for #02 from Beauty by Invoke from their glamorized lash vaults. Love these. And then my most favorite lash glue ever, the Duo eyelash adhesive in white/clear. So good. I also got this one by Duo, but this was not really my favorite because it dries out way quicker, because it also dries way quicker. But I do like this to attach gems, and I really am going to stick with this one. And of course, cruelty free and vegan. So these are the beautiful lashes. The lashes are on, and this is how they look. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to add a little bit of this Glam & Doll False Lashes mascara on the bottom of my eyes, and I love this mascara because of its wand, which is rubbery, and it's so nice to separate your lashes if you have short, sparse lashes, and I actually think this is great for all kinds of lashes. So I think I want to add something, and I've been loving these Glisten Cosmetics liners, and this is in a blue shade. Just spraying it with a little bit of water. I like it where it's not too thick, so you still have more room to build up if needed. So I'm going to do the cut crease like this. But this really sharpens the whole look up and gives it like a playful vibe. My last look, I put one of them in my waterline. I wanted to try that, but that wasn't a great idea because it's water activated. It just goes away really quick, so I would not do that. Maybe I can put this one in my waterline. I hadn't thought about that before. And this is the P. Louise Summer Blues base. Getting a little bit on my hand. So I'm loading up the brush. And then where the liner stops, I'm going over it like this. I am going to make it a little bit more into a point. So I'm getting some more. I saw that Nikki Tutorials did a look like this. I also did an inverted foxy eye kind of look, I think a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, with the Huda Beauty palette and a yellow liner. I'm going to drag it a little bit more under the lower lash line. Okay, yeah, love this. Taking the mascara again. Should have done this before the lashes though. I'm quickly going to add a little bit more of this Night Sky shade. So I do want to reinforce that shape that we did, because now with the lashes on it, well, it's not lost, but it's a little less apparent. And this just reinforces that shape. And I totally forgot to do something. So I'm getting this little brush again and the color Flare. And I'm going to place it as an inner corner highlight. And instead of placing it on my tear duct, I'm placing it here. So where my nose has actually already started, because this also gives, like, if you're looking from the side, an illusion of your eye being bigger and your nose being smaller. Not that everyone wants a smaller nose, but this is just the way I like to do it. And I think it's also going to be pretty as a highlight. Ooh, some here. It is not that natural as a highlight though, but it's cute. I'm going to get some more of adamantium and placing this in the inner lower corner, but like not a lot, but just like a touch of it. Really, really love this palette. This whole row is pure perfection, and so are these. And I want to play with these too, but in this look I wanted to keep it icy. I don't know, I just felt like doing that. I'm actually loving this gingery color with the blue eye look. So yeah, when it comes to the lips, I have a lot of favorites, so I'm just gonna quickly show them because choosing one is so hard. So I'm just gonna choose one that I think fits nice with this look, but this doesn't mean that it's my favorite of all time, if you know what I mean. So first off, I want to talk about these Ofra ones, which I love with my whole heart. They're such a comfortable formula. They are not smudge proof though. I'm choosing comfort over long lastingness here. Definitely also because long lasting ones are definitely more drying on the lips. This formula has been my fave this year. This one is Dubai, and then we have Aries, we have Story and Palo Alto. A beautiful, beautiful red. I've really been into nudes, and that also reflected in my choices this year. So the ones that I can really recommend are, for example, this Generation Matte Lippy by Catrice. This one is in Muddy Madness, and it's a beautiful nude shade. It is not that opaque, but that makes it really, really wearable, nice for in real life. And it's a warm toned nude. I've also fell in love with Coco from the pop-up bullet lipsticks from LA Splash, from their Great Gatsby collection. It's just so beautiful. It pops out like this. You have a little mirror here, and then this is Coco, and it's a more pinkish nude, and it's not a matte, but it has a satin finish. I often say that I don't like pinks for nudes on the lips, but if I had to choose like a more pinky nude, it would be this one. Then this Revolution lipstick is the favorite of Soph Does Nails, but I think she's called different now. Either way, this is her favorite one. It's so super cute with the lips on top, and it's called Chauffeur, and it is a warm nude. As you can tell, it has a little bit more pink than that one, but I really, really love this shade. And then by Doll Beauty, my favorite nude of the moment, but not on its own, but in the middle of the lip, is Come to Mama. It is such a beautiful nude. Really beautiful. It's possible that I will put this one in the middle of whatever lip I'm going to use today. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to do lip liner. And I think with this look, I'm going to go for a little bit of a darker one. So this is Boy Bye by Doll Beauty, and it's a wonderful nude. Gorgeous nude. It actually fits very well with that Catrice lippy. And then this is by Hema. I don't know in which color it is. It says 21, so I think it's number 21. And it's a warm brown. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first apply Boy Bye and then darken up some parts with the Hema one. Next, I'm going in with that Hema lip liner in 21, and I'm starting at the outside. And I like this one because it adds some darkness, but it's not like brown. I also like a very brown one, but I just find that it's less wearable and you need a better more technique to work with that. Certainly if you have like a lighter skin tone like mine. Place it like this, and then I'm going like that, so it mixes a little bit. This is the Catrice Generation Matte in Muddy Madness. Oh yeah. I love that. It's not dried down yet, it will become more matte. It feels so good and it lasts long. But yeah, I can also really recommend these Ofra lippies. I'm kind of doubting to maybe put Aries on top as well. So I'm going to put Aries on top because now I think about it, Lunar Beauty is from Manny Mua, and Aries was one of the iconic shades from Manny with Ofra. So I'm going to place this on the inside of the lip, or the middle, like a sort of highlight. I really love it when like lip colors are multi-dimensional, and with that I don't mean like crazy shine or anything, but if there's like an ombre and there's like depth in the lip, I really, really like that. Now, I have to say, I really want to share two other glosses that I recently got. I've worn both of them already and they are so beautiful. This one is the most perfect nude gloss for me. Before this, I thought that that was the P. Louise Holla gloss that they put in the holiday sets, and I don't think it's sold separately. Either way, that one is also really nice. That's this one, but it is way more peachy and it actually looks a little bit like sponsored by Doll Beauty, which is this one. This one is like slightly more pinkish, this is slightly more yellowish. But yeah, now I tried this one by Lashes on Fleek, which is an indie brand, and you can find her on Instagram. She's a really lovely lady, and yeah, she's a total boss babe, and I love this shade. This is a shade Donut, and it smells so delicious. Like she said vanilla, but this is even like vanilla to the mocha side. So delicious. Really love this one. But for today's look, I wanna wear this one. This is also by Lashes on Fleek, and this is in the shade Spice. It smells so good. I really can't get over it. And these glosses are so hydrating, and so if you're looking for, oh wow, how beautiful. If you're looking for an indie brand to help out during these COVID times, definitely check out Lashes on Fleek. They are very, they have a lot of color to them. Okay, this was exactly what this look needed. I feel like this looks even better. Like, Aries is nice, don't get me wrong, but this gloss, I love that it's not like a high shine gloss, but it's definitely such a gorgeous gloss, and I've worn the other one for longer as well, this donut shade, and it doesn't become like stringy. You know, I had like these glosses from, I think by Makeup Obsession, that were very nude, very light, but the thing was, that wasn't the problem that they were too light. They showed a lot of texture on my lips and they started disappearing in certain spots and became stringy, which I don't like. And with these two glosses, I definitely do not have that, while at the same time I can just feel that they're moisturizing my lips, and it doesn't feel like super heavy, it doesn't look super heavy. If you're from Europe or the UK and you're looking for amazing glosses, definitely check out Lashes on Fleek on Instagram. She also sells lashes and glitters and everything, by the way. For example, I got this still to try, but I can't like recommend this in this video because I haven't tried it yet. So yeah, I think this video is way too short to name up everything I love besides makeup as well. That was like a little bit of my idea at first. I wanted to also name up like games, favorite Instagrammers and everything, but I think I'm going to leave that for a sort of New Year video. So in this video you get to know my 32 favorites makeup and makeup related products. I think that is quite on brand for me and maybe the most interesting for you to watch right now as well, since maybe some of you are thinking like, oh, I need another last minute present for someone, or you see a sale for, I don't know I don't know when a sale starts, I think in January, but it might be interesting for those reasons. So yeah, I hope that you like the look I created. Definitely let me know if some of these items are your favorites as well, and if maybe some of the items didn't work for you, that's also possible. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell if you want to get a notification every time I upload any new video. Mostly that is one time a week. I really truly hope that each and every one of you are in a good place and are safe, and that you can relax a little bit. Maybe it's not like a real party like previous years, but I really hope that you all can make the best of it and can make the Christmas days a little bit cozy. The holidays are not a very jolly period for everyone, and I understand that. I hope that everyone is just safe and healthy. I actually hope that from the bottom of my heart. I wish you all nothing but the best, and if I don't see you before Christmas anymore, I will see you after. Yeah, take care, and I will see you all on the flip side.